Hello! What's up, familia? ¿Cómo están? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Jessica, and boy, do I have a video for you today. This has been so highly requested. I am so grateful for all the love and support and comments on my last few videos. Thank you all so much. I am blown away by this small but growing family here on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Today I'm going to be talking about my nutrition and fitness journey and how I lost that stubborn fat that just doesn't seem to go away no matter how much we try. You know what I'm talking about, right? First of all, primero, I have to say I am not a medical professional. Okay, I am just here sharing my experience and my journey, and maybe you can get some ideas from it. Maybe it can help someone, one of you out there in your own fitness and health journey. And second of all, love your body. Love every season of it. From your before to your after. I'm not here trying to show you my before and afters just to, hate on my before and tell you that I'm shameful of it or something, or, even my afters today, or to tell you that my journey is the only one or something. No, every single body is different. Every shape, every size. You gotta love yourself inside and out. That's bottom line. Like, bottom line, love yourself. You know what I mean? That's going to be the basis of this entire video. I'll go into my journey. I'll go into why I did this. And the primary reason comes from love. It comes from loving myself, that I want to be healthy and I want to make certain changes in my life. So I hope that you can get that from this vibe from the beginning. Just like everyone has a different starting point and different place in their life where they are, this video is meant for those of us who want to be healthy. The health conscious that can't seem to make a difference and can't seem to catch a break no matter how hard we work. You know what I mean? We're not out there buying a supersized slushie and a hot dog with a bag of Cheetos, although sometimes those things are good, okay? Don't get me wrong. We're the ones that eat kale because they tell us they have vitamins. We're the ones on the stair stepper and then hitting the sauna for hours because we're trying to shed that 1 pound, those 2 pounds, you know what I mean? Like, we're trying. We out here trying, but you can't seem to kind of make that final difference, like that little difference. Honestly, it's kind of a little miserable to kind of keep at it. Like, it's like a rat race. That's what I'm talking about. If you feel that way, that's me. I used to crash diet, do 2-a-day workouts for a specific event. I can remember as early as like college, going to EDC, for example, doing 2-a-day workouts, starving myself, eating only rice because I'm gonna go drinking, you know what I'm saying? Basically getting so thin like a string bean and feeling good in my little outfit at Coachella, and the next month it's like, give me every single In-N-Out burger there is because we done with that event. And then we start the cycle back up again because I just gained all the weight. That was me. That is my history for pretty much my entire adult life. I've always been super active, I think. I'd like to think so of myself. Like right after college, I joined a CrossFit gym. That was great. My metabolism was still great. But as soon as I let go of my membership, everything let go. Todo se fue. After my wedding and after my honeymoon, I really got into so many different diets, different cycles. I tried everything from the Victoria's Secret diet to water fast, which did not always turn out that great. You would be on this water fast for 3 days and lose so much weight, and literally the next time you ate food, you just gained it. I did the Paleo diet and was on countless Whole30s, ate so many sweet potato fries and bacon wrapped dates, but would stay away from legumes, like any sort of bean, chickpea, black bean. It was like, I tried something that I like to call the F-it diet. We're not gonna curse here on my channel, okay? Where I would eat so clean. Clean for me is like vegetables and lean animal proteins all week, 5 days a week, and then I would binge eat on the weekends. 80-20, I'm gonna be happy. It started turning into 60-40 and then 50-50. You get it, from bottomless mimosas to all the foodie restaurants that ever opened in LA. I was there and I was eating it and I was like, I don't care. This makes me happy. Food makes me happy. I'm laughing a little bit because I know a lot of these things can sound crazy and outrageous to some of you, but also maybe you can resonate with a lot of these things too, because there's definitely so many trends out there that tell you what to eat, and everything feels so discouraging, I feel like, all the time, where it's just like, eat healthy, and then but I need happiness, and then here, and then down, and then it's a constant self-criticism, constantly in your head telling yourself, you're not good enough, you're not eating right, well, just eat a cookie and make yourself feel better. You know what? You should feel bad about yourself for eating that cookie. Go eat some kale, or don't eat, go run a mile, go run 24 miles. It's almost like a psychological trigger. Food can be like that. And it definitely was like that for me. Fast forward now to November 2019, last year. I decided to go on another Whole30 because it was the end of summer, post-summer. I was at the heaviest I've ever been in my entire life. I'm 5'4", and at the time I weighed over 150 pounds. That was totally out of my personal normal. My fall clothing wasn't fitting me. Nothing was fitting me. And buying that new pair of jeans and getting the new fall clothes was just almost like a little wake up call for me, I guess. And of course I turned to what I know, which is doing another Whole30 and being completely restrictive on myself and being so almost hating myself, And I think at that moment is when I realized, because I never realized this before, but in that moment I did. I was like, this is so destructive. This is a roller coaster. Gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, hate myself, love myself, not even love myself that much. I'm being so honest with you. This is really hard for me to even share and to tell you, but it was just not a good feeling to realize this about myself, and to, I'm the one who knows it all. I feel like I am in control. I'm the one who knows what I'm doing. I'm a healthy person, but I wasn't like that. That is not okay. That's not a really healthy way to live your life. I basically felt defeated. I felt emotionally defeated. What I normally turn to is just eating 20 cookies, 20 chocolate chip cookies, because I'm an emotional eater. I'm a stress eater. I punish myself with food, and I also reward myself with food. It's a very destructive way of thinking, for sure. So I decided to work with a nutrition coach almost as a dare to myself. I mean, as I probably have mentioned already, I thought I knew everything about nutrition. What is someone going to tell me about nutrition that I don't already know? Because I've tried it all, right? And here was this coach telling me that I was doing everything wrong, that there is no such thing as a no food list and a yes food list, that there is something called food freedom. That to me, I was like, no. Food freedom sounds like joy. It sounds like very positive. To me, dieting and fitness and nutrition is all pretty negative. You're like, you in jail, girl. You are on a diet. I didn't know what she was talking about. I was perplexed. So for that reason, I really wanted to give it a shot. I have to shout out Perla with Stronger Together Nutrition. She is amazing. She's an amazing nutrition coach. Check her out. Here's her Instagram page. She works directly with women. She's been doing this for over 20 years. Just such an intuitive understanding of women and what we go through. This is by no means sponsored in any way. I genuinely just love her and have so much respect for her, and she's amazing. She's just amazing. So what is a nutrition coach? I found out that they are different from a nutritionist. Okay, they're not the same. A nutrition coach's main goals are for you to change habits surrounding your lifestyle with food in order to create a better relationship with food and achieve the results and keep the results. I loved it because that's exactly what I needed. And it was so independent. She didn't give me a meal plan or a yes food list and a no food list. Basically, if I wanted to eat my entire daily calories in Twinkies, I could do it. Go ahead, Mahita, and see how you feel. And that's what made the huge difference for me. It's not about that these set of diets work and these set of foods don't. Every single body is different. Everyone needs different things. We're all different ages, different points in our life. We all eat differently. We all have different lifestyles. Everyone is different. These one size fits all diets and fads may work temporarily because of the dedication you have, which is why I had all of these amazing results when I would do a Whole30, when I was dedicated to a certain diet program, but I would fall off because they are just not sustainable. They're not for everybody. That's why I would have the gains afterwards. That's why I would totally fall off the wagon and just give up on a certain diet plan. That makes sense? This was such a huge realization for me. And so this is when I entered what I would like to call the exploration and finding myself phase. So from November 2019, yes, during the holidays, all the way to March of 2020, I worked on me. Not in that cliche way, but in truly a systematic self-monitoring way. I tracked my food intake, I tracked my body measurements, I tracked my feelings in a journal, I tracked my period cycle, and I planned based on those different outcomes every single week. It sounds so crazy, and it is. Believe me, it was. There were times of confusion, feelings of giving up, and just outright anger. I was coming off of a paleo diet culture, and through tracking, I found out that I was severely under eating during the week and heavily binging on the weekends. My pie business operated on the weekends, and so during the weekends, I was running around all over Los Angeles to different events. What was available to me was fast food. I'm not gonna lie, eating a pie or two, okay? I was eating pie, you know, I'm a pie girl. Those were different habits that I had to slowly make some tweaks and changes. I was also initially fearful of the scale, I realized. I was fearful of weighing myself. There's just so much to talk about on this, but I don't want to make this video an hour long, okay? So leave me a comment down below if you would like a dedicated video on how to actually track progress and my experience with it and all the different changes that I made along the way. Let me know. Which brings me to my next point, finding motivation. What got me through periods of being on a calorie deficit or not wanting to track at all, or just feeling like I don't want to do this anymore. We all have things that we just, even as passionate as we are about things or as willing as we want to do things, sometimes what do you do when you hit those dark days? You know what I'm saying? It's really about finding your why. Why did I decide to do this? What about my previous life was making me so unhappy? And when you dig deeper, you know, it's the why that makes you cry. I have to owe that to my dad, my papi, who taught me that from as long as I can remember. You always know why when you're doing something in life, and anything in life, in your career life, in school, and anything. You need something that really pushes you harder, that makes you get up in the morning, that makes you do the things that you do, right? And for me, it's my future kids, my future family. I started this nutrition journey for them. I want to one day, God willing, if I become a mom, I want to be a healthy, strong mom and example. If God gives me that blessing. With all the media out there, it scares me to see what kids see. That you have to be this Instagram baddie or this TikTok beauty in order to be accepted in life. Or not even going that far, what about me? What about what they see in me? My destructive dieting and gaining and binging, and then all the psychological and emotional and feelings that go along with it. The anxiousness, the depression, the low self-worth, and just that constant unhappiness and unfulfillment. And, you know, it's never enough. Basing happiness on unrealistic goals. No. That's not the kind of example I would want to lead for my kids. It woke me up. If I can work on my own healthy, positive, love yourself, and sustainable lifestyle habits and outlook now for them, then I'm gonna do everything I can to do it. So after about 5 months of consistent effort and hard work, and also enjoying myself, I still hung out with my friends. I still went out to dinner. I continued baking for my pie shop. I actively shifted my mindset from these social activities and these basically fun, from being food focused to being people focused, which is what it should be, right? I realized that food was such a crutch for me, in good times and in bad times, you know. So slowly, with a lot of try and error and small changes, I really found healthy ways of replacing stress eating and emotional bouts that everyone goes through in life, right? A big one for me is TV snacking. I need to have a snack when you watch TV, right? When I'm watching Selling Sunset, I gotta have my bag of chips. So what I would do is consciously save all of my daytime snacks for the evening time and eat when I was most enjoying them, which is in front of the TV. Or I would just skip the TV altogether and go on these sunset walks. So it's either Selling Sunset or sunset walks. I can't tell you, especially during quarantine, how much I needed this. I needed to just be outside, not just nutritionally, but honestly, emotionally. We just needed those walks in the evening. I started suggesting hikes to my friends instead of bar hopping. Chad and I had these Saturday morning traditions where we'd get up bright and early on Saturday morning and drive over to Santa Monica and do the Santa Monica steps for 30 to 45 minutes and then walk just a few blocks down the street to the beach, where we would jump in the cold, freezing ocean and kind of do an ice bath in our workout clothes and everything. It became contagious. So many friends wanted to join us and do this with us. It was just so much fun to kind of do these fun active things together. On Sunday mornings, we would actually do the Hollywood Bowl. The Hollywood Bowl is actually a public park. I didn't know this. This is LA's best kept secret. If you're in LA, you gotta try that. You go to the Hollywood Bowl, you can run the steps as an amazing workout. It's so cool to see this amazing concert venue daytime, right? Honestly, these active choices just made life so much sweeter and so much more fun. So I lost a total of 17 pounds. I went from around 150 pounds, 152 pounds to 133 pounds. which is what I am today. But more importantly, I lost that stubborn fat. You know, it wasn't really about the number on the scale, it was more about my body and how I felt. And even more importantly than that, I lost this really toxic mentality about nutrition, about my body, and about food. I learned to love myself. I learned to love my body because I learned to appreciate my body. I learned that our bodies are just so strong. They're so resilient. They're these miracle things. I feel so good knowing what I put into my body, and also knowing that what I put into it miraculously turns into this fuel for my body. I never viewed food as fuel. That is so big. That is such a big change in my own mentality, my own habits too, my own habits around food and my own feelings around food. I hope you can tell, like I really have this totally newfound appreciation, I think, for our bodies, and also respect, just overall happiness. Feeling good from the inside out, right? And sharing that love, that's like so important to me. So here are some of the specifics. So I was on what was called a calorie deficit, which means I was eating under my energy expenditure, the calories I put out. So I was around 1,300 calories for about 1 or 2 months, under the supervision of my nutrition coach, of course, and slowly increased my calories month by month to now an astounding, because I am truly shook by this, a maintenance of almost 2,000 calories. I mean, that's a lot. And I weigh 133 pounds and have stayed at that weight for the last 4 months. This is huge for me. This is so huge for me. Someone who roller coastered their almost entire adult life, from losing so much weight and being at 120 pounds to gaining and being at 140 and flip-flopping basically all the time. Staying at this steady, healthy level of 133 pounds for the last 4 months, this is sustainable. This is real life. Like, this I can do for the rest of my life, because I feel like I learned about my body and I learned how food works, and I learned through those data points, the measurements and the self-monitoring that I did. I learned to not take those things as emotional, not view the scale as fearful, not view those things as like, wow, don't ever do that because that means that you don't love yourself, but looking at it purely scientifically as a data point, purely in a way to help me monitor my progress and help me get to a point where psychologically and through the different little changes in the habits that I created, am at a great place. So again, if you'd like me to make a detailed video on all the different little details and everything that I did, please leave me a comment down below, because I would love to continue talking about this. And at this point, I feel like I've been here for hours and I'm gonna try to condense this. Basically, everyone, I discovered how strong my body can be, how it can change if I just listen to it, how my daily habits drastically impact my body composition, how much happier I am now than I ever was. That's just crazy. That's just crazy to me. Es una locura. So I started this journey as a dare to myself, because I've tried every single diet out there. And what I found, as cliche as it sounds, is a real healthy lifestyle that I know I can keep for the rest of my life. I know that was a lot. Thank you for listening to my journey and my story, and I hope that some of these things you can resonate with, or this can help you. Thank you all so much for your support and your love. Be sure to subscribe. I would love to have you part of this growing familia that we have here on YouTube, and leave me a little like there. I can't wait for all of your journeys. If you have a health or a nutrition journey that you're on right now, just know, love yourself, love your body. Your body it's magical. Your body is amazing. Thank you all again so much. Be sure to follow my nutrition coach, Perla. I'll leave her Instagram down below as well. And until the next video, ciao! Making sure I don't look too disheveled, you know what I mean? Excuse me. Okay. Holy cannoli. Why am I so winded? I'm so tired. You know, talking about this stuff pregnant is so much harder.
Time to eat, girl.
I know.
Baby's gotta eat.
Baby's gotta eat. I literally film for like 3 hours straight.
Time to eat. Bye.
Bye.